You know,
Yeah, Mike, you erased that 11-point deficit, then almost overcame a 10-point late. Just what'd you like from your team to come back, but ultimately, how tough is it to not win?
liked that they did make adjustments to some things that I thought Texas Tech did really well. They force you to do a lot of different things. So I felt like we did adjust, give ourselves a chance. But what we're going to be struggling with is when you go back and you look at some of the broken plays, the second efforts that they got, how crushing a kick out three, a kick out drive it foul were. And again, those are things that we've struggled with throughout the year. We got the rebounding back respectable. We cut our turnovers down. We did a lot of top of the scout stuff. We just didn't get down enough layers to beat a veteran team that's really hard to play against. But yeah, when they come down to one possession, you tend to get nitpicky about plays at the end. But no, it can't be that. It was probably in the first quarter, to be honest with you. It'll probably be a lot easier to find clips in the first quarter than it will be third and fourth. Proud that we did fight back. Proud we continue to do that. Our group's getting to the point where they really hate to lose. They take it very, very personally, and I think that's a great sign. We knew that we were going to go through some transition with Phoenix coming in, 11 games into the year, or I think it was 11, maybe. But I thought, after that first little bit when she was really, really nervous, I thought she settled down, made a huge impact for us. So we've still got a lot of work to do. Fortunately, we have 3 games left before league starts to get some opportunities to work on those rotations.
About the best thing that could have happened, with 6 seconds left, you forced the turnover, no time off. What was you know, did you get the shot you wanted out of
Yeah.
the timeout?
Yeah, we had worked on the play today. We call it 33 because there's 3 chances to get a 3, but you don't have enough time with 6 seconds. So we had to cut it down and run it, just the first 2 options. And I thought as soon as she let that go, that looked good. That's a shot that, if I could have rested her somewhere along the way, or it hadn't been finals week, or, she's going to say if she just slept a little bit better the night before. I mean, that shot probably goes in. I thought she got a great look at it. But it magnifies because it was the end. But yeah, for us to get a steal down there, we went offense, defense. Jada got on the ball and did a heck of a job, forced that long lob pass. We get a break. But we didn't make enough breaks for ourselves. There was some opportunities for us to make some breaks. I just felt like we had some missed opportunities. But I thought Texas Tech played really well too. So for us to play well against a team like that, I think that's their 10th win of the year. There'll be some positives that we can find, but there's still some negatives we got to get cleaned up before the SEC rolls around.
Then as the game progressed, how do you think that y'all adjusted to the press and all the trapping?
We did better. We stopped screening as much. It's a huge part of what we do. So we got out of just attack into attack mode. Probably should have done that a little bit earlier. I wanted us to be more aggressive from the start, but we were tentative. But I thought there was a huge difference in the second half when we got aggressive, taking it to the rim and just against the press, not trying to necessarily break it with the pass, but just attack it. I did move the 3 guards up. Probably should have done that a little bit earlier. I would have, should have, could have myself all night long because I think there were some things maybe we should have started in, But I was reluctant to make major changes. So I would have, should have, could have myself, but I'm not going to do that to our kids. I felt like with the finals this week and the prep that we had, the way we did the prep, they answered the bell. I probably should have just gone to some stuff a little bit earlier than the first quarter.
With Phoenix coming back, is she instantly going to be, I guess, forced her way onto the court in late game situations just because it gives you an extra shooter in those situations?
And passer and ball handler. And she's probably one of our better on ball defenders too. What she lacks is reps and communication and knowing some of the way down the scout stuff. She just hadn't had those reps yet. But yeah, she's been practicing as if she were ready to play for about the last month because I didn't want it to just be like a hard stop and a hard start. So she's been practicing. She's been getting the reps. She just hasn't been able to do it in the game. And it just gets me more and more frustrated with, her not being eligible from the beginning. Not that my frustrations levels get hot when I see what she is capable of doing. She was really, really nervous before the game. The first time she went in, she came out, just calmed her down. Teammates calmed her down. I heard Izzy say some things to her. And then obviously, when she got that 4-point play, I think that was when she was like, okay, I remember how this feels like. So I'm really glad we have 3 more games with her before the SEC starts. But yeah, she's earned it through play here, her international play. The way she's handled the frustrations of not winning waivers, she's handled it really good. She's just ready to play. She's a great teammate, and we'll continue to work her in.
And then you mentioned that it might be easier to find clips from early in the game than late in the game. I mean, the rebounding issues early, was it a
It's a
specific
concern.
was that something that you talked about, or because it ended up being fairly close?
We changed personnel a little bit. So, we got Chris in there. Chris is a lot better rebounder for us. She really I know her number. You look at the number and you go, well, 4 is not that many. But she goes after him. She tips him. She keeps her man from getting him. I felt like there was obviously some attention paid to it. But part of it was we got lineups in there that maybe have some better rebounders too.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like you were talking to Kiki right after the shot before you left the court. Is there?
Yeah, no, just encouraging her that she got a great look, and it's not about that shot. She carries her emotions where she felt like she'll let the team down, So I made sure she knows that's not the case at all. In that situation, it's incredibly hard. But just make sure she knows. I think kids need you when they miss. If she'd have made it, she doesn't need me. But I think kids need you when they miss to make sure. And she's got the right approach to it, no doubt. And next time I think it comes to her, she'll be more comfortable shooting it.
Yeah. How much of this a factor in Stotan's arsenal, I guess, is a 3-point? Is she that good a 3-point shooter?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's a good but what she really does is drive it and get shots for other people. I thought she passed Vera into a couple of really good situations. We missed a couple of shots that Phoenix made reads on. Allows you to take Izzy off the ball a little bit at times. And Izzy got a catch and shoot 3 there late, which she hasn't gotten all year long because she's had it in her hands. So I think Phoenix, I'm not telling you that there's just more to her game other than shooting. She made shots tonight, but she can really drive it. She can really defend. We'll be on her about getting 0 rebounds in 20 minutes. I can assure you we've already started, and she knows that. But for a first game at this magnitude, at this level, I'm not going to be too critical, and certainly want to continue to put her in situations where she's able to have some success here early, get her ready for SEC.
Vera was plus 11 in her minutes on the court. Just what do you think she did well?
Well, 8 offensive rebounds is unbelievable in any game. We've got to get her to where she can turn those into points. If you get 8 offensive rebounds, that needs to be back in or getting to the foul line. But no, if she can play 33 minutes a night for us, we're going to be in a lot more games than if she only plays 23. So, I think we've made some adjustments in a few things that have allowed her to play without being – I know she had 4 fouls tonight, but she had to have those because of how hard she was playing in late. But, to get a double-double against anybody is hard to do. But we'll just keep getting her too. We passed her into some bad spots. Like, it's not her fault that we threw it to her out there with 4 seconds on the shot clock. We shouldn't have done that. So, again, one of those was Phoenix throwing it to her. Now, Phoenix plays more in games with her. She'll know not to throw it to her. Let her roll on and throw it back high, then throw it in. So I'm looking forward to the film session. Normally we wouldn't have one because we do turn around and travel tomorrow, but we'll definitely have to point out because, again, in these 1 possession games, they really take it to heart when they look at how easy it is to find. Last game we lost by 1. We found 37 points that we could have fixed just with top of the scout stuff. So we got beat on a couple of back doors. Phoenix got beat on one of those, and that's because she hasn't had enough reps. I know it is. She won't get beat on another back door, I don't think, all year long, but she did it at a crucial time. So I think it'll be easy to find 3 points or 4 points that could have been the difference. So, all losses hurt, but they feel different. I don't know if that is true for everybody, but I know as a team and as a coach, they all feel different when you go home and you start to watch that film. And I think this one I'm going to leave encouraged. Sometimes I get up here and I tell y'all I don't know what it's going to look like. I'm 95% confident after watching the film tonight I'll be able to sleep. Yep, tournament. Everybody good with everything they need out there?